finding your voice.
This video is presented by Encore Services.
Visit our webpage at www.encoresvs.org and on Facebook.
To start us off today, we are going to watch a clip from our self-expression and voice acting trainer, Dominic Syracuse.
Hey everybody! I'm so heartbroken that I can't be with you in person right now. I have a comedy show that I'm doing in Boston, so I wasn't there to be there for the premiere of all of these awesome videos that I had such a joy and a pleasure of being a part of. For those of you who are just watching, we did the Finding Your Voice project, and it was one of the greatest joys of my entire life. What we did is we reached out to anybody who has any interest in acting or voice acting or cartoons, or anybody who just has an idea that they want to express in any way. And we invited them in, and I had the privilege of leading them in some very fun, very silly, very exciting acting workshops with the help of some amazing people like Reilly and Alita and Tim. We had such an awesome team and such an awesome group, but the main thing was teaching people how to take the thoughts and the dreams that they have in their head and get them out, whether that's writing them down or acting them out or speaking them. And we talked about how that's how change is made in the world, whether it's with the government or with technological innovations. It all starts with somebody having an idea and having the bravery to speak up and tell the world what that idea is, or show the world what that idea is. And we had some amazing ideas. We had so much fun. I hope you get a chance to see a lot of the clips of the exercises and the energy that was being thrown around the room, and how many amazing people we had with the most fun ideas I've ever seen or I've ever got to be a part of. But the big thing is, not only did we use these ideas, the voices of the people who came, to make something important, like these training videos on civil rights, but also we hope to inspire those who have ideas or have thoughts of things they'd like to change in the world, or ideas of how to make the world a better place, or dreams of what they want to do and what they want to become. Speak up. Tell people, tell the world what those are. Write them down, share them with as many people, and if you're not able to speak, show them, because as we talked about, 93% of communication is nonverbal anyway. So show them with your bodies, speak it with your voice, write it down with your talents. But the biggest thing is just share it, because what's going on in here is beautiful, and no one else can see it until you get it out and give it to everybody.
Thank you, Dominic. We appreciate all that you have done to help us be able to express ourselves.
Did you know that a large American Association for People with Disabilities, the AAIDD, provides a list of civil rights?
These civil rights include the right to independence, dignity, family, justice,
Life, liberty, equality, self-determination,
community participation, property, health, well-being,
access to voting, freedom from unwarranted guardianship, freedom from over-controlling guardianship, and equality of opportunity.
The goal for the Finding Your Voice project was to help people understand their rights,
and then be able to use those rights to make changes in their lives.
We at Encore realize that there are steps people with disabilities can take that will help them live more independently in their communities.
So, we decided we wanted to help prepare people to take those steps towards independence.
We scheduled a workshop where participants would be trained in civil rights, civic engagement, self-expression, and voice acting. Our goal was to help participants know what they could expect to help them in their daily lives. We scheduled training to include voice acting techniques to help people use their voices to speak up, overcome fear, and become more confident.
People from various organizations in Cheyenne attended.
The participants were trained in civil rights history, past and present.
Then the participants learned about how to be engaged in local organizations and the importance of voting during elections. The activities help people overcome their natural shyness and express themselves.
We had group activities that helped people perform unusual body movements and make vocal sounds to help them learn self-expression.
The workshop deliberately involved people in spontaneous, high-energy activities that helped them set aside their normal inhibitions. The participants went through numerous acting scenarios in order to get them accustomed to using their whole bodies in front of an audience.
In this case, Misty was acting out something she really wanted to do, and the audience had to guess what it was.
And here we have Mike preparing to drive a race car.
Oh, I love a quick. Yeah, I'm gonna sit passenger seat. Go ahead and start it. Rev up that engine real loud. Now let's speed up as fast as we can. Let's go! Very good, very good.
Next, we had everyone gather around large tables and gave them all a worksheet to fill out.
We had them list their ideas about rights, dreams, how they could use their voices, and how they could be engaged to make changes.
The participants sat down with pen and paper and imagined what kinds of changes would make their lives better.
The worksheets listed their rights, dreams, how they would use their voice, and how they would be engaged in making changes to help them become more independent.
When the worksheet activity was done, 9 of the participants volunteered to record what they wrote on their worksheets.
They went into a small room and were willing to record several versions of a statement to get one that sounded good.
I have a great support from my mom, dad, grandma, and loving family.
Good.
I have a right to be artistic, and I have a right to pursue my dream job.
Ooh, that's great.
We had all of the people who volunteered to do the voice acting create their characters in our animation software.
Oh, but I changed the eyebrows to match the horns, but we could make the eyebrows any color, any of these colors, okay?
Okay.
And you can change the eyes to look like that, but I can't change the color of anything. And then noses, I put a horn on there since we were creating kind of a little dragon, but we could create a superhero instead, because you've got these superhero outfits. What some of these look like over there. So there's that kind, there's that kind, there's that kind, there's that kind. They came in brown. Are you okay with that? Okay.
Now it's time to put all of this work together.
Let's watch all these interesting characters talk about rights, dreams, and use their voices to be engaged.
What are your rights?
Rights are legally protected freedoms that guarantee we are allowed to be, to do, or to have, simply by being human.
We have our own thoughts and ideas, and should all be treated in the same way.
Let's hear about people just like you and me, talk about their rights, and what each of them will do to reach their goals. The law prohibits discrimination for all those enrolling in college programs.
I have a right to go back to school. I have a right to become a psychologist.
We all have the right to rest from work and relax.
I have a right to go on vacation. And I have a right to speak up. I have a dream for my community to have events for adults with disabilities that promote inclusion. I have a voice to speak up for adults with disabilities to be more included in my community. I might run into roadblocks with funding for events that promote advocacy, acceptance, and inclusion.
We can ask for the law to help us when we are not being treated fairly.
I will use my voice by speaking with senators, legislators, and community leaders. I will vote for candidates who support adults with disabilities. I will seek out policymakers at public functions such as luncheons or workshops.
Let's stop and discuss Misty's video.
We have a duty to other people, and we should protect their rights and freedoms.
No one has a right to hurt us.
I have a right to help out others in need. I have a right to make people happy. I have a right to have no negativity in my life. I have a right to save people in need. I have a dream to help people and be the support a person might need. I have a voice to speak up and help people. I might have trouble seeing people get hurt. I have a great support from my mom, dad, grandma, and loving family. I can use my voice by speaking up for people and just being a caring person. I will vote for people who protect others.
Let's stop and discuss Reilly's video.
We are all free and equal.
We are all born free.
We all have our own thoughts and ideas.
We should all be treated in the same way.
I have the right to help in a restaurant. I have the right to help the elderly. I have the right to ride a horse. I have a dream to become a zookeeper and hold an American alligator. I have a voice to ask for help in getting training to become a zookeeper.
Article 26.2 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states, education shall be directed to the full development of the human personality.
I have the obstacle of getting transportation to school. I can ask for help from my mom and staff in learning the local bus route so I can be more independent. I will be engaged by speaking to city transit so I can be more independent in my life.
Let's stop and discuss Tashara's video.
Everyone in the U.S. has the right to freedom of movement and residence.
I have a right to move someplace warmer. I have a right to own my own home. I have a right to own horses and use them as therapy animals to help others.
Everyone has equal access to employment, education, and government resources.
I have a dream to pay off old debts and bills. I have a dream to complete schoolwork that trains me in addictions counseling. My church family, friends, and children are there to support me in achieving my dreams. I have a voice to provide therapy for people with addictions. I have a voice to speak up on behalf of children and adults with addictions.
We all have the right to take part in the government of our country.
Every person should be allowed to choose their own leaders.
I will vote for candidates who support adults with addictions and disabilities. I will seek out policymakers at public functions such as luncheons or workshops. I will engage by speaking with senators, legislators, and community leaders.
Let's stop and discuss Sheena's video.
Everyone has the right to freedom of expression and opinion.
We all have the right to believe what we want to believe.
I have a right to travel. I have a right to attend different festivals in my community. I have a right to be artistic. I have a right to pursue my dream job. I have a dream to pursue work in a studio like Disney or DreamWorks. I have a voice to speak up for myself and be a believer in myself and my artistic ability. I'm shy, but I will speak up and ask for help to make informed decisions.
Hi, Cathy. How can I help you today?
People who love me and care for me are my supports. I can use my voice by speaking more to community festival organizers to bring back fun festivals that allow me to be creative. I'll be a self-advocate by discussing rights and opportunities with my community art groups.
We can help.
I will attend sponsored social events to learn more about how I can help and make changes.
There's no better time to start than right now.
Let's stop and discuss Cathy's video. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression.
I have a right to love music. I have a right to show off my talents. I have a right to be successful. I have a right to talk about my abilities. I have a right to be a musician on social media. I have a dream to stream my music and create videos about my abilities. I have a voice to sing and the talent to create videos to show my abilities. I might have trouble learning how to film and edit videos that show off my talent. I have so much support from my guardian, case manager, and whole team. I can use my voice to sing about people's abilities and not their disabilities. I will use my social media channel to engage others in songs that have meaning for me. I will attend workshops and other social events to learn more about my rights and how to speak up for myself.
Let's stop and discuss Noah's video.
Everyone has the right of freedom of opinion and expression.
I have a right to have a good place to live. I have a right to have good health. I have a right to dress up. I have a right to speak up for myself.
Everyone, without any discrimination, has the right to equal pay for equal work.
I have a dream to work in fashion. I have a voice to say where I want to work. I am proud that I can use my voice. I have great friends who cheer me on. I can use my voice to work in fashion. I can use my strong voice to get my needs met. I can be with my team to help me work in fashion.
Let's stop and discuss Vanessa's video.
The law is the same for everyone. It must treat us all fairly.
I have a right to work with adults with disabilities. I have a right to train others about the disabled and their needs. I have a right to advocate for my disabled friends to have the same access to business. I have a right to help others understand handicap accessibility. I have a dream to educate businesses on the differences between handicapped accessibility and being American Disability Act compliant. There is a difference. I have used my voice to speak up for my friends with disabilities, so their rights are heard. I have struggled with companies not listening to van accessible changes that are needed so individuals in wheelchairs can have equal access. I can use my voice to speak to my mayor and city council about my passion for getting these changes. I will become engaged by speaking to city leaders and political candidates so they can also become a voice for people with disabilities.
We all have the right to belong to a country and to vote to protect our rights and freedoms.
I will vote for the right city leaders who will help me with the changes that are needed for equal access.
Let's stop and discuss Paul's video.
I have the right to live independently. I have the right to have a social life. And I have the right to put on makeup and feel beautiful.
We all have the right to make up our own minds, to think what we like, to say what we think, and to share our ideas with other people.
I have the right to giggle. I have a dream to be a makeup artist for my community theater. I have a voice to show my skills.
I can learn new makeup techniques by watching makeup tutorials. My community supports me by showing off my makeup skills.
Everyone has the right to participate freely in the cultural life of their community.
I use my voice to join theater groups to do their makeup. I will engage my community leaders by talking to them about face painting businesses. I will engage my supporters to look for holidays, festivals, and activities where I can provide my makeup skills to others.
Let's stop and discuss Trina's video.